This short video explains how automation finance is making double-digit returns from what most people believe is the investment story of the next 3 years. As the economy and housing market improves, we're buying and fixing distressed residential mortgages, then working with the homeowners to cure the cause of the distress and rebuild their finances. The borrower gets to keep their home, and we convert a non-performing loan into a performing one, creating a valuable asset in the process. So where did this unique opportunity come from? Well, it all started back in 2008 with the global financial crisis. Wall Street was bailed out to the tune of $5 trillion, but it was too late for Main Street. By the end of 2010, almost 30% of US homes were in negative equity. People lost jobs and the housing bubble burst. In North Chicago, for example, in this 1 square mile, there were 154 foreclosures, homes just like this one. The problem was clear. The banks were overwhelmed. In an average year, about 2% of all mortgages go into foreclosure. In 2010, it was 10%, 5 times the workload for the banks. They'd never seen anything like it before, and there was no simple solution. In many cases, the banks had accepted TARP or other financial aid and simply took those non-performing loans off their books. They then sell these loans to specialist investors who are set up to work with borrowers in distress. That's where automation comes in. We buy these loans at deeply discounted prices and work with the borrowers to find a way to solve their problem. So how does it work? Well, first, we buy pools of non-performing mortgages at deep discounts to face value. We then contact the borrower and inform them that we're the new lender and we want to help them by modifying their loan so they can afford to start paying again. We then build a detailed picture of their financials and agree a payment plan that fits their budget. Because we own their loan, we're free to forgive arrears, change the interest rate, or whatever we need to do to help the homeowner rebuild their financial life. Our asset managers have helped with resume writing, funded car repairs, and helped families access government aid programs. Whatever it takes to get people back on track. When done right, this business can also be very profitable. Let's take an example. We bought this loan secured on a family home in Cleveland. Ohio was hard hit by the recession, and Mr. Winger lost his job at the end of 2010. When we bought the loan, he had not made a payment for almost a year. Worse still, he had $100,000 of negative equity. Automation Finance bought this loan as part of a large pool for just over $5,000. We started our loan modification process and learned that Mr. Winger had recently found a new job, but at lower pay. So we were able to lower his monthly payment from $750 to just $600. The Wingers are now paying $7,200 per year. You'll remember we paid just over $5,000 for this loan, so the returns are very attractive. But everybody benefits. The Wingers get to keep the home they love, the bank removes a non-performing loan from its balance sheet, and automation and our partners generate double-digit returns. Where else can you help people save their homes while generating such strong returns? Remember, we paid $5,000 for a loan secured on a home worth $20,000. In the investment world, there are no guarantees, but a lot of people think this is an attractive risk profile for such high returns. Looking to the future, we think the investment case continues to be very strong. We see quarter-on-quarter improvements in home prices, and the two key things that are overhanging the market are being cured by the day. The number of delinquent loans is falling rapidly, and the number of foreclosures is also falling by the day. It's also very encouraging to see the improvement in the average household credit quality. Comparing 2010 to 2014, not only has the average credit score improved, but look at it another way. Negative equity has declined from 34% in 2010 to just 10% today. So the value of our collateral is increasing every day. Many smart people see that these trends are set to continue. Home prices are recovering, negative equity is being eroded, and credit quality is recovering. That all points to continued economic momentum. Clearly, this is the next big economic story, but it's also the big recovery story. The economy is improving, the real estate market is improving, and because we're buying assets at deep discounts, the returns are impressive. So join us today in helping American families get back on their feet. Email me right now to find out more. Paul at automationfinance.com.